In our last conversation, we worked on something very important: how to communicate your value clearly and confidently. Now you're beginning to understand your value, you're beginning to express it better, and you're beginning to speak with more clarity. But today, we're taking it one step further, because let me tell you something very important. You can have value, you can communicate it well, and still struggle if you're not positioned where opportunities can find you. So, today, let's talk about visibility. And we're going to have these conversations under various segments. For segment 1, we'll talk about what positioning really means. Let's simplify it this way. Positioning means being in the right place, with the right message, and in front of the right people. Think about this. If you're highly skilled but nobody knows you, opportunities will pass you by. Let me say it clearly. Visibility creates opportunities, not just efforts. And this is where many people miss it. They are working hard in silence, but the world cannot reward what it cannot see. Let's quickly discuss what we have under segment 2. Why many people remain invisible. Now let's talk honestly. Why do people remain unseen? First, it is fear of being seen. You feel, what if I'm not good enough yet? So you hide. 2. Waiting to be perfect. You keep saying, I'll start when I'm ready. I am not perfect yet. But readiness never comes that way. The 3 points there is no clear identity. If people ask you, what do you do? And you are not clear, they cannot remember you. The 4th point is limited exposure. You stay only within. You stay within your small cycle. You stay within your comfort zone. And opportunities are outside that space. The 5th point is passive mindset. You're waiting to be discovered before you can start. You're waiting to be caught before you can do something. You are waiting to be noticed without showing up. And here is the truth. Opportunities don't just find people, they find visible and already positioned people. Let's talk about what we have for you under segment 3. The 3 levels of positioning. Now, let's break this down in a way you can apply immediately. For level 1, personal clarity. Before the world sees you, you must define yourself clearly. You already started this in episode 2 and 3. What do you do? What do you help? How do you help? Who do you help? This is your identity. Example, you can have something like, I help students understand difficult topics through simplified explanation. Now that becomes your message. Yeah? What you do is, maybe in this case, you teach. And then your message is, I help students understand difficult topics through simplified explanation. It becomes your message. So, for level 2, we have visibility, online visibility or offline visibility. Now that you're clear, you must be seen. For online positioning, you need your WhatsApp status, your Facebook pages or groups, your LinkedIn accounts, and other social media platforms that you directly manage. On these platforms, you have to share what you're learning. You need to share what you're doing. You need to share what you can offer. Example, Day 7 of learning graphics design. Here is a flyer I created. That tells people something about you. For offline positioning, you need to tell people what you do. You need to offer help. You need to volunteer. And then you need to attend small gatherings because opportunities often come through people. Now, we move further to talk about what we have under level 3, and that is strategic environment. This is very, very powerful. You must place yourself where opportunities exist, not just anywhere. The right environment. Examples: professional groups, skill communities, industry events, growth-focused networks. Environment determines exposure. Let's quickly share what we have for you in segment 4. And it is practical ways to position yourself. Now let's make this real by following the steps accordingly. For step 1, you need to start showing your work, even if it's small. Don't hide progress. Point 2 or step 2, you need to speak about what you do regularly, not just once. You need to do this consistently. Step 3, you need to help people publicly when appropriate. Answer questions, offer insight. That builds authority. Step 4, you need to build simple professional identity. When you want to introduce yourself or write your name anywhere, you need to include your name plus what you do. Example: Mrs. Mary Ann Charles, Career Guidance and Student Development. And then step 5, be known for something, not everything. Something clear. You need to be specific in telling people what you do, like we mentioned earlier. So that brings us to segment 5, and here we'll share with you briefly on common positioning mistakes that people must avoid. Let's correct this together. Posting randomly without purpose is wrong, and you need to avoid it. Trying to do everything is wrong. You need to correct this. Hiding your skills is outrightly wrong. You need to address this. Inconsistent presence is absolutely wrong. You need to manage this. Comparing your journey with others is totally unacceptable. You need to correct this. Positioning is not noise. No, it is intentional visibility. So, let's talk about the little we have for you under segment 6, and it is building consistency. Now listen carefully. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. You need to show up regularly. You need to share your growth. You need to speak your value. And you need to stay visible. Small visibility done consistently is equal to big opportunities over time. Small visibility done consistently will equal to big opportunities over time. You are no longer hidden. You are no longer silent. You are becoming visible. And now, opportunities will begin to see you. But there's one most important step. There is one more important step, because even when opportunities find you, you must be ready to secure them. So, in the next episode, we will focus on how to prepare a winning CV and stand out in job applications, because visibility will bring opportunities, but preparation will help you keep them. Stay with me. We are building you into someone who is seen, heard, and chosen. Thank you.